and welcome. I hope you are all doing well. Thank you so much for joining me today, and we are talking books. And our book today is The Seven Dials Mystery by Agatha Christie. And this is the book that I chose to fulfill the prompt to read a book that I was already planning to read this month, which is nice because there are two books I need to read this month for challenges that I'm participating in. And this book also fulfills the prompt for Read Christie 2025, which for April is Butlers. So a group of 20-somethings is staying with Sir Oswald and Lady Cote in their manor home. And the 20-somethings are Gerald, Bill, Jimmy, Helen, Nancy, Vera, Ronnie, and Eileen. And Eileen is affectionately known as Bundle. She is an amateur detective, and she is the person from whose perspective this story is told. They are joined by Rupert, who is about their age, but he's a little more serious as he is Sir Oswald's secretary. One of them has a reputation for sleeping late, unforgivably late if you are staying at someone else's house. So the others, other than Rupert, decide to pull a prank on him. So they enlist the help of Lady Cote and purchase 8 alarm clocks. They set the first alarm clock to go off at 6:30, and each successive alarm clock is going to go off a few minutes after the one before it. And after this late sleeper goes to bed, they convince Rupert to help them by taking the alarm clocks and placing them near the bed in his room. The alarm clocks go off and awaken his closest neighbors, but the late sleeper continues to sleep and sleeps late once again. I really can't believe that he's doing this again. One of the footmen enters his room and finds that he's dead. It's determined that he overdosed on a sleep medication. And his stepsister Lorraine is contacted, and she refuses to believe this because he has never needed sleep medication. He sleeps well and long already. On a later day, Eileen drives to London, and she's in an accident. So a man, who she comes to realize is Ronnie, jumps in front of her car. She hits the brake, but she can't avoid him. And when she seeks a doctor for help, she learns that he did not die from the accident. He was shot, and that's why he fell in front of the car. But his last words to her were something about 7 dials. Eileen is intrigued by all that has been going on. 2 of her friends have died under mysterious circumstances, and she's determined to figure out what is going on. She enlists the help of Superintendent Battle and her friend Bill, and eventually the stepsister of the late sleeper who died, Lorraine. And in the course of her investigation, Eileen discovers a secret room, a secret organization, and finds that her own life is in danger. This book is different than other books by Agatha Christie. It's not a tightly planned detective story. Agatha herself referred to it as a light-hearted thriller. And it is more light-hearted than other Agatha Christie books. So if you're looking for a light-hearted thriller, give it a read. I really enjoyed it. So what can you read for a similar experience? And I will warn you in advance, we don't have these books physically in our branch of the library system, but they are available in other branches or available on our online apps. And the first one is The Secret of Chimneys, also by Agatha Christie. It's another Superintendent Battle book. So it's the first book of the Superintendent Battle series. The Seven Dials Mystery was actually the second book of that series. And here it is on our catalog. And this book, in addition to Superintendent Battle, also features, once again, Eileen. And the next one I'll talk about is The Unexpected Guest, and it's adapted by Charles Osborne from the 1958 Agatha Christie play of the same title. And once again, here it is in our catalog so that you have an idea of what it looks like. And The Unexpected Guest is available from both the Brainerd and Bemidji branches of Kitchigami Regional Library System and on an online app. And just to suggest a series that is not by Agatha Christie or based on Agatha Christie, I'm going to suggest the Jane Austen mystery series by Stephanie Barron. And the first book is Jane and the Unpleasantness at Scargrave Manor. And here, once again, it is on our catalog. It's available as a print book from the Brainerd branch of the library system. And this series involves Jane Austen as a character herself. And so in this particular book, she's visiting a friend whose husband dies, and then the friend is accused of his murder, and Jane sets out to prove her innocent. And there we are. I hope you enjoyed this look at the Seven Dials Mystery by Agatha Christie and other lighthearted mysteries and thrillers. Keeping in mind that at the end of our April Reads video for the prompt first sentence challenge, I selected One Perfect Couple by Ruth Ware. We will be talking about this book next week, but we're going to make another suggestion this time just so we have the next book planned. And I'm going to go with the next prompt that's laying on my pile, and that is musical term in title. So let me go find a book with a musical term in the title, and I'll be right back. And I found one. It is a reread, so I've already read it. We've never talked about it, so I'm going to read it again, and it's The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes by Suzanne Collins. It's the prequel to the Hunger Games series, and since this is the book I've chosen, I'm going to also read a book to fulfill the prompt to read a book with a 4-star or more rating on Goodreads, and you've probably figured it out already. It's the new Hunger Games book. It's Sunrise on the Reaping, also by Suzanne Collins. So next time will be One Perfect Couple, and then after that we'll be back and we'll do these two together. So we'll talk about Sunrise on the Reaping. So we will talk about The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes and Sunrise on the Reaping. We will also have another poetry video coming up later in the week and more Explore and Create to follow. I hope that you will join me then, and until then, I hope that you enjoy all that you do and all that you read. And thank you.